Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our daily devotion on Monday, the 20th of July. Our reading this morning is from John 15, verses 9 to 17. As the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no man than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything I have learned from my Father I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. This is my command: love each other. Well, I'm sure all of us try to obey that command: love each other. And sometimes when we're trying hard, it doesn't always work and we feel like failures. But on the whole, we just have to keep trying and trying, because this is what Jesus commands us, to love each other. During the lockdown, I haven't been able to do my voluntary work as I've been used to doing for a long time. But I was asked by our housing association, South Yorkshire Housing, if I would ring a couple of people who were living on their own and were very lonely. And I said I would, and I agreed that I would ring them every week. I've got to say, it's been a real blessing, and I've really enjoyed talking to them. And one of the nicest things was, on Thursday, I decided that I would go and visit one of the ladies who I haven't been able to visit because of the lockdown. And it was nice on Friday, so I rang up and said, could I come and visit? She lives the other side of Sheffield, and I got lost a couple of times while I was trying to find it. But when I got there, it was so lovely to be able to sit in her garden at social distancing and talk to her. And I stayed a couple of hours with her, and it was a really good conversation. And I've said that I'll go back and visit her again. And I became also an NHS responder. And every day, I was putting myself on to be on duty, as they call it. And I did 261 hours and was never rung to ring. It was a chat and check responder, so you just rang up people to check they were okay. But in 261 hours, I was never rung to ask to do this. And then one day we were sat in the garden, and I went in the house to make a cup of tea. And when I picked up my phone, which I'd left outside, it said, "You have been called to ring someone, and being as you weren't available, it's been passed to the next responder." And I spoke to my husband, and he said, "Oh yeah, we just heard the alarm," because my brother had come to visit. And it was the first time I'd heard the alarm, and I didn't hear it then because I'd never been called. So then I was asked if I would be an NHS Responder Plus, which was to commit to ringing a person 3 times a week for 10 weeks. And so I agreed that I would do that. I put myself on duty, and within half an hour I'd got a response, an alarm to ring this lady. And I rang her, and it was a lovely, lovely conversation. She lives near Newcastle. She doesn't live close by, but we've become good friends, even though we've never seen each other. And now I've also been contacted by another lady, by the Responder Plus, to phone another lady who lives in Lincolnshire, and I'm ringing her every week now. And that's a lovely situation that I've got. I just really feel that I do try my best to live as Jesus said to us, and to love each other. And I know that sometimes it's difficult to love people who aren't very likeable, but I do try. I've also, during this pandemic, been making masks for the NHS, and also masks for my family and friends. Not as I'm saying I've done anything that thousands and thousands of other people haven't done, because I know that people have gone above and beyond all over the country. But I had a real experience the other day. At long last, my friend and I were able to go to Morrison's to go out for coffee, because they've got perspex screens between everything. And there was a lady went to sit behind us, and I said, and I saw her, I didn't know what she was doing, but she was looking at the table and looking at the chairs. And I think that there must have been something on the table, and I think she was quite concerned that the tables hadn't been wiped down after the previous people. And so she put a tissue on the table, and I said to my friend, I'll say something to you about that lady. And because I was realising how anxious she was that she might catch the disease that's going round. And then we went to leave, and she said to me, "Excuse me, where did you get the mask that you were wearing?" And I said, "I've made them." And she said, "Oh, where did you get the pattern from?" And I said, "From the internet." And she said, "Do you need a sewing machine?" And I said, "Well, yes, for these you do." And she said, "Oh, I haven't had a sewing machine for 20 years. So I said to her, "Well, I'll make you some." And her husband said, "Oh, well, we don't live here." And I said, "Well, it doesn't matter, I'll make you some, and if you trust me to give you an address, then I'll send them to you." And he said, "How much do they cost?" And I said, "Nothing. I've just been making them because I feel that we're all in the same boat at the moment." And he said, "Nobody does anything for nothing." And my friend said, "Well, Pam does." And I said, "Really, I will send them to you." And I said, "And if you don't trust me, then I will give you my phone number, and then you can send me yours." And he said, "No, if you're willing to give me your phone number, then I will give you mine." And he gave me his phone number, and I said, "When I get home, I'll send you the patterns that I make the masks, not the patterns, the fabric patterns, and you can choose which ones you want." And I did that. I went home, I sent the fabric patterns to them, I've made them the masks, and then they sent me their address, and now I've sent them to them. And I know I don't know them, and they don't know I'm a Christian, they'll probably never see me again in my life. But I just felt that this was something that I could do for a stranger. And I'm willing, as I said, and anybody who's listening, if they want any fabric masks, if they want to get in touch with me, then I'll make some for you. But as I said, I know I've done nothing that thousands and thousands of other people haven't done. But this is my bit, and I hope that it's something that I've done because I've tried to do my bit as a Christian in these hard times. And I just want to say, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and give you his peace.